Hello and welcome back to Realms Forgotten. Here we are in a battle already against a relatively large army, over 300 enemy forces here. And this is the problem. This is a very, very small battlefield, as you can see, so we're going to have some issues actually dealing with them. Maybe. Maybe. It very much depends on how they react to things. We're actually just going to tell our forces to potentially just charge. I'm actually not entirely sure. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. They seem to actually be doing some hit-and-run style strategies here, and we do need to be a bit careful of that. We don't want to overcommit and run into their wonderful pole arms. Obviously, we've got to be careful about the enemy's cavalry as well. Let's see if I can do some damage to these guys, and hopefully, yeah, there we go, get some of them dead before they reach our archers. Of course, our archers are doing a pretty decent job as it is. We don't really need to worry about them too much, as you can see. They are getting so many kills right now, and actually, you know what? Let's tell our people to charge in now. This is the funny thing. We're actually outnumbered significantly against this army here. Well, maybe not significantly, but a little bit, you know, just a little bit. And I kind of thought, you know what? We're going to have some issues with these guys, but apparently not. As you can see, they're even just retreating right now, which is making things much, much easier for us. And I'm actually going to bring out my two-handed and actually start to charge through a couple of people, because we can hopefully get my two-handed skill leveled up a bit. Unfortunately, using a two-handed axe is very, very different from using a two-handed sword. I know, it seems rather strange, but whenever I've used a two-handed sword, I've always felt like I can actually get kills on horseback. But when it comes to getting kills on horseback with an axe, it feels so different. It's actually kind of strange. Don't know why that is, but yeah, as I say, it's probably because of the lethal area of the axe itself, because obviously the axe, as you can see, only has one specific point where you can actually hit people and do damage, whereas with a sword, you're probably going to be able to hit from pretty much anywhere on the blade, and you'll maybe do some damage at least, even if it is just a little bit. But with the axe, of course, if you are just a little bit off in regards to your accuracy, well, you're going to do zero. You're going to do zilch. You're going to do nothing. So yeah, that's obviously a bit of a problem there. Anyway, I believe that is indeed a victory. Yep, there we go. Fantastic. 40 renown. Super easy as well. And this is actually what's really funny. I wasn't expecting to even go in against this army. What I was actually wanting to do was make my way over to some of my noble villages within Elvian territory. Because I don't know whether you noticed this, but we have an insane amount of troops in our army here. I don't know why we have so much capacity, shall we say. I really have no idea how that happened. So I'm kind of like, oh yeah, we should probably you know, do something about that and actually go and get some. That would probably be a good idea, wouldn't it? So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm just going to take all of this. We'll take all the horses and everything as well. I think I have too much food again, probably. That's the thing that's you know, over encumbering me quite a bit. But yeah, anyway. The Western Realm of Men, they want a peace agreement. Yes, they want a peace agreement. And I'm hopeful that my own faction will not give it to them, but it is very, very likely that they will. Ah, never mind, we're making... Oh, that is a wonderful agreement. Okay, never would have expected that to happen in a million years. This is actually fantastic. So... make peace with the Nosaurians. This is actually going to be giving us an insane amount of cash every single day. I'm very surprised that they are even making this agreement. I don't know why I have over 1,000 influence either. How did I get over 1,000 influence? Weird, right? Weird. It just seems to happen sometimes. I don't know what happened with that. Anyway, yeah, we are just going to say that Kulan should get that, and I'll just, you know... back him by a huge amount just so that I can spend some of my influence for some relation gain. And yeah, otherwise we should probably focus on the, as you see here, the West Kingdom of Man. Because what's going to happen here, they're going to make peace. They're going to make peace pretty easily, in my opinion. So I would like to actually do something against them. And that was the reason why I wanted to go over to these noble villages. Because if I can go over to these noble villages and actually... recruit from here, Actually, not entirely sure. Oh, this one is also a noble one. Okay, yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, let's go here. As you can see, we can get a whole bunch of these really, really good archers. And I was actually kind of thinking, you know what? Maybe we should just go full archers. You know what I mean? Just go full archers and, you know, put some of our infantry and so on and so forth in the garrison. And that's basically it. But that's the thing. Infantry does play a pretty good role for us at the moment. I mean, they're defending our archers on the field of battle, especially when we have a significant amount of enemy cavalry to deal with. So that's obviously a bit of a problem. Anyway, I'm actually going to see what happens here. Maybe we can actually take something. I would like to be able to take something, at least to prevent the enemy from having a significant presence in this area. Ooh, that was a mistake, sir. Joining this army right here, huge mistake, because I can catch up with them much Can I catch up with them much easier? No. That's the question, because it seemed like he was moving much faster than I was, but we did manage to catch him. All right, so we do have a two-handed perk here. What do we want? Plus 25% armor penetration with your attacks, or plus 10% damage with attacks. Well, the thing is, if I go for plus 25% armor penetration, I'm going to be a lot more effective against highly armored troops than if I were to take the 10% damage. But the 10% damage is of course going to be a lot better for general usage. That means against every single unit. However, I think that we're mostly going to have problems with higher armor, so we might as well just go for that. And we have one attribute point to spend. Oh, hello. Okay, well, I am actually increasing my crossbow skill, even though I do not have any additional control here, and we have now increased it to 458, which is absolutely a ludicrous level right there. So I'm actually thinking, you know what? We're going to be increasing our vigor, I think. I think we're going to increase our vigor. Or we could go and increase our cunning and then just get scouting up even further. Not sure what's best, to be honest, because that's the thing. I could go for some more social, could go for some more charm if I wanted to, but I know where I'm going to put my focus point. I'd like to get my scouting up a little bit. And the thing is, I already have 8 in vigor, which is really, really easy for us to get 250 in two-handed. It's not difficult at all. We still have a learning rate of almost, you know, 10 multipliers, so that's actually really good. So I don't think I really need that extra attribute point in vigor. So what do I want to do? Well, I don't need crossbow skill, as you can see. Don't really need endurance either. I mean, technically athletics could use a bit of a boost as well. But do I really care about it too much because we already have 7 in endurance? Not really. So I think I'm actually going to go for the cunning. It sounds a bit weird for me to do that. Or maybe, actually, you know what? You know what? Wait a minute. I've actually just seen something. We're going to go for intelligence instead, because I would like to increase my engineering skill just that much faster. So that's what we're going to do instead. And then we'll just put another focus point into scouting, because as you can see, scouting has already overtaken engineering in the amount of skill that we have in it so far. So that's actually very funny. Anyway, let's go in here, see if we can level up some of our newly acquired archers. And bear in mind, obviously, when we start to convert a number of our prisoners, things are going to go a lot better for us in general, so we can actually start swapping out lower tier units, putting them in the garrison, and so on. But anyway, this is actually one of the best maps that I have ever seen. This is going to be fantastic. Alright, so, yeah, basically, we're not even going to bother with our infantry here. Okay, fine. We're probably going to have to bother with the infantry, but let's actually just see. Can I actually... Oh, I can't do that? Really? That's sad. Okay, yeah, I actually wanted to get my archers onto the little ridge here so it overlooks the river. That would be fantastic. Okay, well, let me actually just see if I can get that going. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to do this effectively enough because there's just not enough space, as you can see. Yeah, not enough space. I mean, technically, I could make it work, kind of. Nah, not really, you know. Not really. Alright, well, is the enemy actually going to charge at us? I hope so. This would be fantastic if they actually do decide to charge. Yeah, look. We do actually have some people shooting, but this is not great. And as you can see, there is a big stop sign right here, which basically says, no, go. You can't go this way with your troops. And now I'm going to be forever sad that we can't do anything about that. Alright, well, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reposition them over to here so that more of them can actually fire. And then I'm going to go over myself and see if we can actually do something against the opponent. I want to try to snipe these guys. Oh, wow. That was some really bad shooting right there, but there you go. Alright, nice. Okay, we got both of them dead. Okay, so, yeah, this is where we want them to come. We want them to literally walk into our archers here. Hopefully I can kill some of these guys as they try to skewer me on their polearms. Not a big fan of that, thank you. And let's see if my archers... Ooh, hello! Okay, wait a minute. I should probably tell my infantry to charge in. Seems like the enemy's cavalry is actually starting to be a bit aggressive. Very surprising, actually, for them to do such a thing, but they're doing it nevertheless. Let's tell our own cavalry to charge in to hopefully help out some of our archers. But pretty sure we should be fine. Don't think we're going to have too many issues with it. And as I say, we're just going to shoot as much as we can into the crowd here. Just try to eliminate as many people as possible. And then we are just going to switch to our two-handed and finish up the battle like that. But yeah, these guys literally have no idea how to counter this. And I personally wouldn't know either. I think if I was fighting a similar situation, I would probably have some pretty big difficulties doing that. If the AI was being stubborn and basically not moving from their hold positions on the other side of the river here, how are you going to do it? I don't know. If you don't have a particularly good archer force, it's going to be very, very difficult for anyone to actually make their way across there and inflict any damage whatsoever. So it's it's a bit of a conundrum for them, isn't it? And personally for me, I wouldn't, as I say, I wouldn't have really too many ideas about that either, unless I can bait the opponent into, coming across the river like we have already. And I mean, we've already come across here, but we're only doing that because we are dominating them so thoroughly right now. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why we came over. Otherwise, it would have been, well, ill-advised, because if we were up against an army of, I don't know, 700, 800, maybe even 1,000, then we would definitely need to be a lot more cautious, and we would need to stay on the other side of the river, just holding position, and then if we need to, retreating, resupplying ourselves, ammunition, and so on and so forth, and then coming back in. And that's it. I've been shot in the, rather not so good place, let's just say. Alright, well, there you go. Anyway, 26 renown. 26 renown for us right there. Not actually that good in comparison to some of our other fights, but this fellow, what? Why is he so tall? Why is this guy so tall? I don't know. But there you go. Alright, so we're just going to move on. As you can see, 43. Look at that. 43 troops are ready to level up. Absolutely fantastic to see that. And, yeah, that just means that we're going to get even stronger, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to get even stronger. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, we want skirmishers, right? I guess? I'm actually not entirely sure if we even want to level these guys up, but sure, we might as well, I guess. I mean, I did recruit a couple of regular units instead of noble units, so that is obviously putting a little bit of a spanner in the works there for me, but oh well, never mind. Not too big a deal, I suppose. Anyway, let's go over there to the town that we were going to siege. Oh, it seems like my siege is... my siege camp's being built a lot faster. This is kind of weird. All right. Not entirely sure what's going on with that. No, don't make peace with the Westerlands just yet. Oh, no. Okay, I don't have any time to really do this, so I'm just going to build one siege tower. And then we're going to go in, and that's it. I'm sorry to say, I'm actually very, very hesitant to do this, because I actually don't think we're going to be victorious here just by building one siege tower and going in when the garrison is full, basically. But we're going to try, okay? We're going to try and we're going to see what happens. If I can get purchase on top of the battlements, then we will be in a much better situation. That's basically it. That is all we need to do. We just need to get, a little bit of a foothold on the walls, and then it should be fine. Okay, there's no ladder here. Okay, yeah, the siege tower is going to be there, so there are ladders on the other side. I am now making a big mistake. Yeah, I should have really, I should have gone on this side first. I am getting shot. Hopefully I'm not going to get shot for too much damage. Ow. Ow. Okay, I actually couldn't move. Yeah. I actually couldn't move. So I guess that's it. I don't think we're going to be able to achieve victory here. Not with just my own forces doing the work. Let's actually see. Let's actually see what transpires here. It's highly unlikely, isn't it? I mean, we're doing a lot of damage, but it's not enough in my opinion, so we're going to have to leave. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Usually, when you're, you know, getting one of those ladders up and everything, you don't have to worry too much about getting stuck, but I actually could not move. You know me, usually if I'm shot, you know, I'm going to move pretty fast, right? But in this situation, I wasn't able to do that, and that's because I got stuck underneath the ladder, I assume. Anyway, they're definitely going to be taking this, or shall we say, not going to be taking it, but they're going to be making peace, which is very sad, but we can't really do much about that anyway, and it now makes it possible for us to defend against the Realm of Tyr, but of course, defending against the Realm of Tyr, I don't know whether it's really... Oh, hello. Okay, I was going to say, I don't know whether it's really necessary, but yes, aha, hello there, sir. You seem to be attempting to besiege my town. That is not very nice of you, sir. I am not going to allow that. Let's actually just wait and see what he decides to do here. Because, aha, we have more people. Are you ready to go in? Are you ready to go in? Yes, Carfid is ready to go in. Look at him. Wow, he's actually being really, really supportive here as well. I'm actually very surprised. Never would have expected that in a million years to happen, but there you go. He is actually doing that. Usually the AI is very selfish when it comes to actually helping you with enemy armies, and they tend to be very hesitant and staying back out of the, you know, out of the line of fire, as it were. And they just try to leverage your own forces against the enemies first, and then they commit a little bit more when you have diminished quite a bit of the enemy's forces. And there's a nice snipe right there. Very, very cool. Alright, so let's actually see. Yeah, we're just going to go for an auto-delegate, as we always do when it comes to working with our vassals. Makes the most sense. That's an... Is that a dinosaur? That is indeed a dinosaur right there. Whoa, okay, that's very cool. Yeah, we like that. Alright, well, let's... Oh, wow, that does so little damage to it. Okay, yeah, we're just going to do this instead. Yeah, this is much better, yes. This is a much better way of spending my time instead of going after the dinosaurs. They're a bit too harsh, aren't they? A bit too armored for me to do damage to them right now, so I'm just going to leave them alone. Okay, we got shot. 83 piercing damage. That's actually really funny because that is a one-shot kill when you're at 81% if you don't have any HP increases. And I believe I actually have only 100 HP. So it killed me, or should we say overkilled me by 2 HP, which is always very funny. But, you know, as I've said multiple times before, the enemy archers, or generally archers in this particular mod, have insane damage. And if you do get hit by one of them, it's probably going to be a kill. So, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Anyway, we will be able to achieve victory here and indeed defend our town. And I was able to get 56 kills, actually. 56 kills. Not bad. Not bad, considering. And there we have it. Pretty nice. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be getting a decent reward for this or not. I feel like the renown is probably not going to be that good. It's okay. 33 is alright, you know, not too bad. And we did manage to kill quite a few of the enemy's forces ourselves. So that's not too bad. Anyway, I'm going to be taking them prisoner. This is obviously really, really... I mean, these models are super, super cool in my opinion. But here's the thing. As soon as we do this, I am almost 100% certain that the enemy is going to try and make peace. That's probably what they're going to try to do. But yeah, anyway, let's just have a look-see here if I can maybe just sell some of my stuff. Because I have a lot of, well, a lot of everything. Let's just get rid of some of my grain right here. And we can sell some of this other stuff too. I mean, you can see here how quickly the the marketplace just evaporates. Actually, you know what? It's probably an easier thing for me to actually go and buy something and then just trade my stuff for that item. So for example, as you can see, we have a bunch of things here that I can potentially purchase. So I'm actually thinking, what should I go for? Should I go for maybe a two-handed sword? Maybe this enchanted two-handed sword and use that instead of the axe and see how it is? I don't know. I think that sounds like a pretty fun idea, so why not? Shall we try to do that? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. So that's 130,000. So of course, this is going to be, I think, probably pretty easy for us to get. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. As you can see, we're just literally able to trade all of this stuff, and it's easily going to be enough for us to pay off the sword. Even though, funnily enough, I don't even need to do this. Technically, I have enough money to be able to buy it, of course, outright, but this is just providing me a way to offload a bunch of gear, and it really makes a huge difference. Okay, we should also get rid of these, because of course we should. And there you go. All right, fantastic, nice. And so there we go. We now have a new sword, and we now have the ability to potentially use that in a battle. So let's actually just take a quick look and see what it looks like, because I actually haven't taken a look that closely at the stats. So you can see here it has 103 cutting damage and 125 length. The length is actually really good. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I'm actually looking forward to using this quite a bit. So we'll try it out, shall we? I think it should be quite fun. I need to exchange my Kossian here, because otherwise, you know, I'm using a lame one. And I also, well, as you can see, I have such a huge amount of weapons in my inventory as well. This is just insanity. Let's just lock my axe just to make sure I don't sell it by mistake. And we have Arcane the Wanderer here. Do we want another one? Maybe. Actually not entirely sure, to be honest. Generally, okay, here's the thing. Generally what I would do now is, if this was my own faction, I would try to recruit as many companions as possible so that I can create them into vassals themselves, you know, so that they can actually be vassals. And that would be extremely useful for us. But as it stands right now, I don't know whether that's really useful. Is it really that useful? Not particularly, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm actually going to make my way over here. And I am going to attempt to besiege this town. It only has 181, so theoretically we should be fine. I should be able to do this. Wait a minute. Oh no, yeah, of course, yeah, no, we've already made peace with the Western lands, so that's absolutely fine. Ah, they are wanting to make peace soon. Yes, the Realm of Tyr wants to make peace soon, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get this done relatively quickly. Even if I'm only able to get a, you know, a battering ram or a siege tower or whatever. I left Runewand Castle because Runewand Castle was, of course, easily able to be taken by Mr. Carfid, and he was able to do that quite simply. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we can vote for that, actually. Let's vote for the owner of this. Yeah, I'm going to give that to Aradweir. I don't really care about it that much, to be honest, so I'm happy for Aradweir to take control of it. And we're now done. We're now done with our little constructions here. So let's see what else we could do. Plus 5% travel speed on deserts and dunes, or a minus 50% travel speed penalty from forests. But only if your party is comprised of 75% or more infantry units. For me personally, I think Desert-born is much, much better, just because it doesn't require any stipulation. Personally, for me, I feel like Forestkin should... Wait a minute. Does infantry also mean archers at the same time? Because are they talking about unmounted units? Maybe they're talking about unmounted units in comparison to just melee-focused infantry, rather than, you know, because technically archers are kind of infantry, but obviously the terminology that the game uses, of course, is that infantry are melee-focused fighters that will protect your archers, and archers are a completely separate formation. So what I'm asking is, from the wording of this particular perk, are archers considered infantry? Because this seems to me like a Battanian-focused perk. Of course, this is a Battanian-focused perk because they mostly have forests in their territory, right? So you would expect them to use this perk. And this is going to require an insane amount of infantry in comparison to basically any other unit, if it is the case that archers are not considered infantry in the wording of this. So, that's the question. I don't know. Does it matter? Probably not. But considering we're actually running around in deserts and so on and so forth quite a bit, I guess that kind of makes sense for us to take Desert-born, so why not? Anyway, let's lead the assault, and we'll see if we can take this town. I would very much hope that I would also gain control over it, if at all possible. But if not, then obviously that's, you know, neither here nor there. But this is, yeah, okay. So this actually increases my two-handed skill by 100 points as well. So that's very cool. And I'm actually going to do things a little bit differently this time. So I'm going to just advance on foot. They have catapults. Yeah, that's going to be a bit problematic, isn't it? Oh, and see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. 256 damage. You see that? And I was literally taking cover and everything. Oh, yeah, they murdered me. Yeah, well, I think we might actually be able to achieve victory here if the battering ram and the siege tower make it to the walls. Oh, the battering ram actually made it. Okay. We might actually be able to win. Oh, this would be amazing if we could. They're actually getting in through the front. The enemy is slaughtering a lot of our forces. We have... Oh, no, we're going to win. We're going to win. It's going to be a close battle, but this is going to be a victory for us. And that is going to be a town captured just before the peace agreement comes in. That's why I was willing to kind of risk it and allow the AI to finish up the fight. But yes, 100 renown for this. Whoa, that's actually significant. Very, very nice. Okay, now let's just hope that we are on the ticket for the voting. And we're going to be taking this guy prisoner as well, of course. Ooh, good amounts of troops for us to rescue too. That's absolutely fantastic. That means that we're going to have a much easier time of potentially garrisoning this entire thing. If we need to garrison it, that is, of course. Because let's face it, maybe we won't need to. Maybe we'll be okay. And otherwise, we're just going to wait here for some time. Because if enemies decide to retaliate and attempt to take this from us, I will be very, very pleased with that. Vote for the new owner. Oh, can it be me, please? Oh, I'm not going to be able to get it. Unfortunately, Aradweir is going to be able to get this. I guess I'm just going to vote for Kulan then, just to get some additional relation with him. But yeah, oh well, never mind. I guess it is still under control of the Elvians. I think that sounds fine. You know, it's okay. You know, it's still our faction, so it still makes sense, right? You know, we're doing things for the greater good of the realm. Let's just say that. Anyway, there's the peace agreement, unfortunately, so that's that. But otherwise, apart from that, I have some news. I have some news about the update for Realms Forgotten, and apparently it is available through their Discord, as far as I'm aware. And so I am probably going to be updating now that we've experienced quite a lot of what this particular version has for us. They've done a huge amount of different changes and overhauls and balancing and all other kinds of crazy stuff in the new version. And so, hey, you know what? Why not? Let's check it out. We'll check it out and we'll see what's going on with it. And then we'll see where we go from there. Who knows? Otherwise, I thank you very much for joining me on this journey. We had a pretty fun time, in my opinion, with all these spells flinging around and everything and being able to snipe people from across the map. And hopefully we'll be able to do something similar in the next version. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.